Good morning, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I would like to go over a quick overview of what is transpiring right now. Yesterday we talked about, and I can show you within an article that this is true, that Tether minted an additional 1 billion USD, United States Digital Tether, and they printed it on the Ethereum network. So with that being said, we had $1 billion worth of Tether that flooded its way into the crypto market. After an initial pullback, it looks like we're starting to get a little bit of positive momentum here. XLM right now is up 8.8%, and we'll take a closer look at this as we go through the analysis. Our technical analysis from yesterday showed us it should come up to 26.1 first layer, but let's see. Let's measure this out exactly where it actually broke through. We had a little bit of a tug there. We broke through here. So, I mean, we basically came up to our first target. From where it broke out, our first target was 25.9 cents. And then the ultimate target on this, what looks like a Bullflag setup here, and we measured it out. We now know the breakout point. Now, you could measure the Bullflag from up there, but I prefer to measure it from the breakout point. And it gets you up near 29.7 cents. So if we're looking to see the totality, first part of this move is 25.9 and then 29.7. Right now, it's at 25.1. Up 8.8%. We've got XRP right now at $1.13. It looks like it's a little behind XLM. And once it breaks out of this short-term rotation, we can come down here just like we did with XLM, because now we know where the breakout point would be. And typically XRP will follow behind XLM pretty closely. XLM just happened to break out first. And XRP, it looks like the next zone would be $1.37. And for me, that makes a lot of sense because $1.37, as we know, is the cup and handle formation target. Well, we'll get into that after we do the intro. We'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's up 1.5%. We're still waiting on Ethereum, which is down 13 bucks right now at 3,096. It looks like Ethereum is gearing up, but I guess you never can tell. And then it looks like Bitcoin is at 93,810. It looks like Bitcoin is getting hot here overnight. We've seen a beautiful consolidation. It came up to 94K, came all the way back down to 91,400, which I was very happy about. You know, we came up, down, made this, and now as we went through overnight, we went up to 93.7, came back down to 92,900, so at about a 1,000-point drop. Now we're starting to break these highs. The first target here for Bitcoin out of this consolidation, the short target's 97,369. The totality target of this consolidation is 100,000. But then the entirety of the move of Bitcoin is still higher. The entirety of the move for Bitcoin needs to come up to 121,000 if we play off properly the breakout of the cup and handle. Just like XRP, in totality, the target here for XRP is up at $1.37. So we're not up there yet. In fact, we still need to now push back over $1.18 and then start working our way towards $1.37. So right now, you know, I want to see this play out. As long as we stay over this $105.40, we should be okay in the USD chart. If you go to the USDT chart, I think the number is like 106 on the perpetual, 105.48 on the perpetual futures. So as long as it stays over 105, it looks like XRP should be able to break out volatilely. We're looking for a breakout today, and I would be happy if we could see this start trending up like XLM. And right now, we've only gone up a couple percent, but if we end up here, it's 22. But if we end up somewhere like XLM, we should be somewhere up at about $1.21. I would expect us to hit $1.18 and retest that area. But obviously, the market is very volatile. Just because XLM's up 8.8% doesn't mean XRP has to do the same. Well, now 7.9. But I anticipate, even for XLM, that it looks like we're not even close to finishing this move. And I'm anticipating a further move. So I have a position in XLM and a long position with the community. I have a stop loss at about 22 cents. So I'm trying to let this play out. It's doing pretty well right now. I have an XRP position where I have a stop loss under 105 for the community. We did this in the lives last night. And then the Ethereum position is down. So XLM's up like 35-40%. XRP's flat. Ethereum's pretty flat, down a couple dollars. So we'll see in totality if this market plays out like we anticipate. Because I anticipate it to still go up. I'm not selling anything just yet. I want to see if the market plays out. because I believe Bitcoin with that 1 billion printed from Tether is likely going to come up to 97 or even 100K here. So we'll see how this plays out. It's obviously a dangerous moment. Protect your capital, and you do what you feel safe. Good morning. 7:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Another cool thing to see, DGB's up better than 9% today. So anybody buying DGB, it looks like the market's starting to move up here. I'm just going to have to be patient. It looked like an inverse head and shoulder setup for DGB. Next target's 979. Then we've got 10, right around 1 cent. I'm going to delete this short target, though, because when I measured it out, we had 1, 2, and 3. That short target was just the in-between catalyst, but you can see for DGB we had 0.008, which we broke, and now we're holding. Our next layer is 104, and then after that is 135. So 1.35 cents. So that's what we're going to be looking at for DGB today. So just so we can see we had a nice descending consolidation. And now I feel like we can just let the market do what it's going to do. If the market did reverse, so be it. But you got to kind of ride with what your technical targets are saying, especially after you start having some breakouts and pushes to the top side. So that's what I'll be watching today. Obviously, we'll be watching Ethereum to see how that bounces. That 1 billion was minted on Ethereum of USDT from Tether Treasury. So we could have some fireworks here today. We really, really could. It's a good sign to see Bitcoin consolidated 2 overnight and retested the breakout. And now it looks like we're just about off to the races. I know a lot of people sold out of crypto after the first leg, but that was one of, I don't think that was the final leg. So, I mean, who knows? We'll see how this plays out today. But it looks like we're playing out in a way that we anticipated. Now, whether it plays out fully, that's another question. I feel like it's going to. I feel like these are bullish consolidations, but I've been wrong before. For XRP, that $1.37 is a real, obviously we know $1.37. Where it looks like it wants to break out of this area, we're going to have $1.32, then $1.37. The $1.37 is important because that is the cup and handle target. And if we just go down here a little bit on this chart, I'll take this out into the daily and it'll be very recognizable for everybody. So for XRP, we had this cup and handle. So what I decided to do is I color coded this. So if you're new and this is your first time in my community, welcome. But right now we have the cup and the handle. The handle broke out. The measurement of the handle right now was to get up to $1.18. We've hit it, but not broken and held it. Once we do that, XRP's technical target out of this cup and handle, the depth of the cup, we got over the cup at 92 cents. Now you measure it out based on the depth of the cup, and then you put the target up here, and that's $1.37. So the fact we haven't hit that yet leads me to believe that XRP's in a bullish consolidation right now. Much like XLM hadn't hit its target, and now XLM's popped up about 7% this morning. So I think XLM is doing what it needs to do. And now after a daily time frame up here, when we came up to about 25, we cleared all the way down here to around 20 cents. And now we're starting to push back up. We're just on the cusp of 25 cents again. So I'd like to see the market play out properly. Now, could it be a giant trap this morning? That is something that we always have to pay attention to. But as of right now, just based on the setups and what I was targeting, the setup of XLM is telling us that first target right now was at right around 25.9. We are so very close to that. In fact, we did not hit it yet, I don't think. That's actually up too high, because it broke out right there. So the ultimate target's 29.5 out of this consolidation, but the short consolidation was right at about 25.9. It came up to 25.5, pretty close. Pretty close. So this morning, what we're watching here is to see how far XRP can go and if XLM can continue this breakout, which it looks like with what we're seeing we can. With the 1 billion printed out of Tether, it feels like we should. We've got a lot of crypto that's kind of stationary. We've got the total crypto market cap. As I talked about in the live yesterday, I couldn't believe a lot of people had sold out of their positions because on the total crypto market cap, we were teasing a breakout to 3.23 trillion. And we've gotten on top of this consolidation, and now we've back tested this consolidation, and now it looks like we're about to get hot here. Unless we get a nice reversal here to start the morning, Bitcoin, crypto looks like they're about to print. You know, some of crypto is down though. Like you've got HBAR down 4.8%, VeChain down 5.2%, ZIL down 3.7%, DGB's up 8%, XLM's up 7%, XRP's up 2.4%, Bitcoin's up 2.6%, XLM is down 0.5%, you've got IOTA down 2%, total crypto market cap up 1%, we've got AMP flat, VELO flat, Gala flat, down about 1.9%, gold market's flat, silver market's flat, the Dow's down, well, yesterday, DXY's up about 0.37 or 37 cents. So it's going to be an interesting day. I just feel like you got to be patient today and see if everything plays out. Obviously, if you were in XLM, you could take the 7% now if you want. But I'm trying to play for the totality of these moves now because it looks like when you have technical moves that need to be made, and like for XRP, we know the technical target. We know we got to come to $1.37. So I think now is just a waiting game. And right now it looks like we're doing what we need to do. If it were to fall below 105, obviously that invalidates the short-term narrative. But, I mean, one could argue that we actually were doing something like this anyhow. And now it's actually like a little wider target because now you got support. And instead of coming up here, you actually have a real support here now. So, technically, I mean, it didn't open it up anywhere on the side. But technically, I mean, that kind of looks like it fits our pattern a little bit better, actually. Now that we got the updated evidence, I mean, we got $1.37. I feel like that's where XRP is trying to go here. And it's going to be interesting to play out this morning. It's going to be very interesting to see this play out. I feel like XLM, even though it started pushing up here, I don't think it's hit the ultimate target. We had a bull flag set up, and that bull flag target should get us up to about 29. Let's measure this out again just to make sure that that's accurate, because we never want to overestimate it. Let's take it down just a little bit so it's not the top of that wick. So 29.1 cents. I think that's a fair target. We have an engulfing candle in the 3-hourly, which is bullish. 4-hourly, it looks bullish. That's an engulfing candle. It just looks like the start of this push up. Looks like the start of the push for XLM. So I'd be a little surprised if it doesn't push up to that 29.1 in totality. I really would. Or at least come up and get a harsh rejection on 25.9. But I feel like this morning everything seems to be doing what it wants to do. Everything seems to be pushing up properly. So there's no reason to really be concerned here as of right now. Now, obviously, you protect your capital. So if you have profits and a leverage, you can take it. In a spot position, I think it's wise to see it play out. Like with XRP, we can see it starting to play out here. Unless we get some kind of reversal here and it just doesn't play out, everything seems to be timing itself pretty good here in this morning's session. As far as XRP, XLM, and DGB concerned, all three of them look like they're doing what they need to do. The rest of the market looks like as long as Bitcoin, you know, pulls up, but it's tricky though because the market, every time we seem to get some kind of positive volatility, we get a bunch of cryptos that end up reversing. But HBAR is actually right on its consolidation at 12.4, and that looks like we could start getting hot here. See, this is the thing. Like a lot of these that have been consolidating, they now look like they could have come down to where they needed to, and now they could reverse back up. So this market, even though it looks a little bearish in some avenues, I mean, if you start actually going through it, you can see how we had the breakdown. Like VeChain came up yesterday up to 3.4. Now it's starting to consolidate. We've got a lot of consolidation here. As you can see, XLM now is consolidating after that push up. So there's no certainties in here, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. You never know. Looks like a consolidatory candle, though, because the 4-hour and stuff looks good. But we'll see. We'll see if this ends up coming down. Like I said, I'm trying to play these out. And for me personally, I'm just going to let it ride today and see what happens. If it does backfire on me, so be it. But I have an idea of what I want to do today, so I'm just going to let it play out. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Look in the video description below and or pinned comments if you're looking to trade crypto. I would highly encourage you to look at BITUNIX. BITUNIX to me is the lowest spot in leverage trading fees that I've found. And they're available not just in the USA, but worldwide. No VPN or KYC unless you want to send or receive from a bank account or want to verify your identity. But that's BITUNIX. You can copy trade me, but I don't advise you. I advise you just a spot trade. HOTCOIN is where I have my VELO and my HBAR. Crypto.com, you can have their Visa debit card and yada, yada, yada. But that's where I have my DGB, my XLM, my ZIL, and my VChain. So that's, and then on BITUNIX, I have my AMP. So that's how I'm rolling right now. You can send a donation through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And when we're looking at this right now, if we want to take a look at the early liquidations for XRP, we can certainly do that. So XRP's open interest right now, and then I got to go because we got to get my son to school soon. I got to finish getting ready. But the liquidations for XRP, yesterday I said was good for the longs because we liquidated 6.25 million in longs, only 3.7 million in short. It seemed to be spelling a relief for a push up. And then this morning we're pretty split again. 2.39 million of longs liquidated, 2.64 million of shorts liquidated. It seems like it's built a little avenue here for us to push up. But obviously we have to see how the market makers handle it this morning. Open interest for XRP's up. Let's see what the funding rates are. Probably all positive still. So everything looks within range. Everything looks how I was hoping when I woke up. I was hoping that everything, well, as far as XRP, XLM, and DGB, and some of our other ones would start to show some positivity. But at least with XRP and XLM, we've seen a pattern formation. And it looks like it's starting to play out now. So we'll see. In the 5-minute, we're 2.17 to 1 longs. The short, 68.4% long, 31.5% short. 2.16 to 1 on the 30, 1 hour and 4 hourly at 68.37% long, 31.63% short. And then 2.06% long to 1, or 2.06 to 1 long to short. And the daily, 67.33% long, 32.67% going short. Funding rates are probably all positive here. Yep. Open interest is up to 1.3, or it's at 1.3 billion, up 1.7% today. Let me just refresh that just to make sure. Yeah, see, it's 1.3 billion. Open interest is at up 1.73% in the or 1.68% perpetuals, up 30% in the futures market. Wow. So 2.7 million in the futures market, but it's up 30 million. So definitely a lot of futures trading going on right now. That's interesting. That is interesting this morning. A lot of futures going on. I would like to see XRP play out of this pattern. It's that simple. I would like to see it play out of this pattern. We came up to the resistance this morning. It looks like we want to break out of this formation. We're going to have to wait to see how this pattern plays out this morning. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. It's an honor and a privilege to be with each and every one of you. Have a blessed morning. And remember, protect your capital this morning. Bitcoin, 93,559. It looks like after a nice W reversal here, it looks like it wants to push up to this first layer. So just pay attention this morning. And it could get hot here. Could get hot. But at the same time, this could be a trap. So I just want everybody to understand what's going on in front of us and be able to protect your capital. Have a blessed morning.